I'm here. What's up, guys? Broken Prophet here, and you're gonna have to excuse me ahead of time because the sound quality of this video, as you can hear, is not going to be up to par because we've got a few distractions right now. Today's distractions are brought to you courtesy of the United States Air Force, who, as you can hear, they're practicing their bombing, and by the creator himself, which I'll show you guys some footage after I get done with this video. I'll show you the storm clouds that are building, okay? But I decided I want to come out here anyway. Sometimes you just got to get outside. I don't know if any of you guys have ever worked with the green screen before, but when you don't have a dedicated green screen area, it's like, you know what, yeah, I'll set the thing up, and then you got to take it down, and it just becomes a pain, even though the whole process takes 10 minutes. Way of the world now, right? But I said, let me come out here outside. And I know some of y'all sitting there like, bro, there's fence. Yes, there's fencing behind me because, we got a fence. We enclosed it because we're doing some work on Hoodoo Central. And I put a garden in. Maybe I'll show you guys some of that and get this video done before the rain starts. But I planted some stuff. And you want to keep the critters out. I want to eat my black-eyed peas. I don't want them eating my black-eyed peas. So I'm like, you know what? Put a fence up, more bombing. This is going to be hilarious. What I want you guys to do is take a shot or a swig every time you hear a bomb get dropped and see how spiritual you are by the end of this video. But anyway, before I get to the spell, before I get to the actual love spell that I want to show you guys, before I teach you something, I want to teach you something. One of the most frustrating things that you can have happen as a spiritual worker is, especially one who likes to teach, is not finding anyone who's ready to teach. Let me explain. I know some of you like, Prophet, I'm ready. I watch every one of your videos. I get it. Your enthusiasm does not dictate your readiness. Your readiness is, how ready and willing are you to intake the information and absorb it and put it to use? And I say this because a lot of times, I see you guys falling into the same traps. And then you ask me, what am I doing wrong? My spells aren't working, blah, blah, blah. And it's normally the same things for all of you. You have a lot of enthusiasm. Let me tell you, enthusiasm and natural ability does not dictate your results. I don't know why it is, and I want you guys to really listen to me. I don't know why it is that we seem to have come to the conclusion that with spirituality, the rules are out the window. Case in point, one of the things I get a lot of is you guys will watch a video, either mine or someone else's, and it always falls to the same pathway. I watched your video, and then I did it, and it doesn't seem to be working. And I always have to tell you guys, and I'm like, let me make a video explaining it. Natural law and physical law, they run parallel, and I've told you again, time and time again, that. So if physical law dictates that any skill that you are trying to learn and get good at requires time, you have to learn it, then you've got to practice it, and then practice it some more, and then put it into use. And now my neighbor is cutting grass from way over there. Guys, the nearest neighbor is way down there, but when you have like open field, sound carries, it travels. But as I was saying, you learn it, you practice it some more until it becomes second nature, and then you put it to use. But for some reason, we tend to think nowadays that spirituality does not have to adhere to those rules. And it's because of desperation. A lot of you come to these traditions out of desperation. You know, you're broke, someone broke up with you, you're lonely, things like that. And so you're desperate and you want to leapfrog. Guys, you cannot leapfrog. It's like watching a video on how to drive a car, then you want to hop off into traffic. Well, that might end bad for you and other people. Spirituality is no different. If there is one thing that I can advise you guys, it is to take the time to learn. You should watch the video or read the book, whatever it is you're doing. Even though most crap. But anyway, a lot of the books out there on Hoodoo are garbage. Look, did y'all see this? Garbage. But take the time, okay? Memorize it. Remember, I've told you that in order to get results, mind, body, and spirit all have to be in alignment. Now, you can do that when you're not overthinking. You can do that. When you guys are worried about getting to work late because you know this is going to be the time that you get fired, oh, you're in alignment. Albeit a lot of times you're in alignment negatively because now you're like, I'm now your mind, body, and spirit all in alignment, making those lights red that you're going to miss and be late. Okay? So slow down. In order to stay in alignment, you have to have everything memorized. The steps, the materials needed, the Bible verses if there are. You should be able to lay in bed at night, and this is actually a good time to practice. Lay in bed at night and mentally work through whatever ritual it is that you're going to do. And it's just like when we were in school and we had to learn a poem, you would do the same thing. Remember in school, they would make us memorize poems? Invictus, out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I think whatever gods there be for my unconquerable soul. You know, we'd all get to that one point where we couldn't memorize. And you knew that when it was your time to recite that poem, they weren't going to let you go and open a book. No, you had to have it down packed. And that's the thing. We were held to standards by other people, teachers, bosses, things like that. We were held to certain standards. But now everyone thinks that, oh, it's a free-for-all. And let's be honest, you're going to be your own best friend. And so what do? You have your iPad or whatever in the background with the prophets, soft rumbling basso profundo playing as you try to do work. Now, here's the thing. That may work if you are trying to bake a cake. You can bake a cake from a video with whatever going through your mind. They say crack 2 eggs, you'll crack 2 eggs. They say pour a cup and a half of milk, you'll pour a cup and a half. You can be mad, you can be in love, you can be feeling broke, busted, and disgusted, but you can follow those steps. People think spirituality is the same way. It is not, because you cannot listen to me guiding you through the work. And it can be a money ritual, but you thinking about your bills. It can be a love ritual, but you so mad at that person, the imaginary narcissist who gaslighted you, because y'all need to stop backyard diagnosing these people. These folks ain't narcissists. They just, in a way told you that they love themselves more than they loved you, and you couldn't handle that. That's a video for another day. But anyway, and the rain is starting to come, but I want to get this out of the way. If you want to be effective, you need to, one, have that thing memorized. Because once you have it memorized, your body goes on autopilot. Like some of y'all done got home from the club because your body just knew how to get you home. It goes on autopilot, and you're doing that while your body's on autopilot. Then you can have your mind and your spirit in alignment. Okay, I'm doing this work. I'm lighting this candle. But you know what? I hear you, Lord. While I'm doing this work for this money, I need to be thinking money. I can't be thinking about my lights and stuff because that's the wrong ingredient for this work. Money work needs money thoughts, not lack of money thoughts. Love work needs love thoughts, not lack of love, frustration and stuff. Y'all dumping all this salt into your pound cakes. All right? Stop dumping all that salt in there. You need to put some sugar in it. So that's like I really wanted to get this out to you guys. And I've told so many of you in private, and I could not remember if I told everyone in public. So I'm like, let me say this in public so that people will know how to get their work working. And another thing, guys, do not get caught in the what if trap. What if the hypothetical trap? We can come up with hypothetical scenarios all day long. Don't get caught in that trap. It's like if someone, you don't want me to tell them this? Or are you doing that because I should be telling them? I'm gonna take the latter while I'm worried about sitting near this metal fence. But the hypothetical trap is this. We can come up with scenarios all day long, but all these hypothetical scenarios just lead you to look for something else to fulfill that hypothetical scenario. Well, what if this? Well, what if this? I have tried to teach people, and I give them workings, and then instead of like starting the practicing and getting good process, their next question, well, what if this? Guys, don't clutter your thinking. It'll just slow you down. Do not clutter your thinking. Get to work. Play in the dirt again. Get out there and get to work. Because while you're steady trying to fulfill all these hypothetical scenarios, you're forgetting the one golden rule. The difference between what is possible and what is probable. Damn near anything is possible. That's why you get caught in that loop, but it's not probable. If I'm taking a self-defense class, I could say, should I learn how to defend myself against a lion attack? Well, yeah, it's possible I could hypothetically get attacked by a lion, but how probable is it? So why do I need to learn that when I should be focusing on how to keep these perpy people, ninjas, off of me? Y'all didn't catch me. Y'all didn't catch me. I almost said it. Y'all didn't catch me. So while I'm trying to learn how to defend against a lion, I should be learning something else, something that is more practical. So yeah, maybe you should. Maybe it's possible. But in the meantime, learn what's probable and get to it. Guys, I'm about to go in so we can start this love work. Hopefully you guys watch the entire thing. Do not timestamp this, guys, because I want people to watch the entire thing. And I'm going to get in there because I don't want my $500 camera getting ruined because y'all ain't going to buy me another one. Y'all say y'all love me, but y'all ain't going to buy me another one. Run them donations. See y'all in a little bit. Okay, guys, here's your love working as promised. Now I've got a plate here. I've got some dough that I've already worked some cinnamon sugar into. And there's the cinnamon sugar. Any brand will do. And you're going to need some wooden kitchen matches. I like the longer ones. And take your ring off because you don't want to get dough or clay on it. And then take your dough and just start to work it into a rough ball shape. Because what you're going to be doing is you're going to make a human head or human head representation. All right? And don't worry about your artistic ability, guys. I assure you I have none. Zero, zilch, nada. So what I'm doing off camera here, I'm basically just molding it into a head shape, two eyes, a nose, and some ear-like structures. All right, whatever a head is to you, and to the best of your ability. Don't overthink it. I already told y'all about that. So I'm doing it off camera, but you guys are gonna see what mine looks like. Nothing impressive, I assure you. You know, if this camera will focus, let me get it to focus. But you see, two eyes, a couple of ears, and a nose. Sit it down on the plate after I get my matches. Having a little trouble there. That's one match, two match, and three. Get it out of there. 3 matches. That's what you're gonna need. 1 goes in each ear hole. 2. Then the 3rd one goes in the forehead region right above the eyes. The kill shot area. Okay. And sit it down on your plate. You might have to mold it a little bit so that it sits upright. Yeah, keep on working. There you go. Now, at this point, you want to start praying the book of Ruth, chapter 1, verses 16 and 17. You're praying it over your work right here. Don't do that knocking mess that I don't know who started that. Don't do that mess. And the spirits and the guys and that. Don't do that. Just pray. Okay? Some of you pray with your hands down, some palm up, however. Put your palms together. But just pray. Get you a match or another, or a candle lighter or whatever. And light the 3 matches. Okay. Now at this point, as the matches are burning, you want to tell the person what it is you want them to know. how you want them to feel. If one goes out, don't worry about it. But you're going to tell them how you want them to feel and think towards you, how they should act. Once you're done, pinch the flames out if they didn't go out on their own. And, at this point, you're done. Kind of. You're kind of done. Don't overthink it. Get the cinnamon sugar for the next part. As I say, you're kind of done. Sprinkle it around your little figure here. The reason that you're doing this part is so that, the words that come towards them will be sweetened and sped up. The words that come from them to you will be sweetened and they'll act quicker. Now, like I said, spiritual law and physical law, they run parallel. So if the person does not like sugar, just use regular sugar. Don't use cinnamon sugar. Don't get caught in the thing of parroting information. If the person doesn't like sugar, cinnamon, don't use cinnamon sugar. Just use regular sugar. All right? Spiritual law and physical law, they run parallel. You're going to, let this sit for 3 days. And after 3 days, take the matches out and put new matches in and repeat that until you get the results you want. All right? There we go, guys. Hope you liked it.